Greetings and salutations, my friends. Welcome to another Football Manager 2017 team guide. Today we are looking at Watford. And as the sort of manager merry-go-round at Watford continues, you've come in to take charge. And in this guide, we're going to talk about the philosophies that the chairman expects you to achieve, what they want you to do in the league, then also look at transfer budgets, wage budgets, quick look at the staff to see if we need to improve anything there, the team report, and then we're going to go and look into the under-18s and the under-23s to see if there's any wonder kids that we can hopefully improve and get in the squad. And then we're going to look at the main squads, talk about the players, the strengths, weaknesses, possible sort of starter tactics, and where you're going to spend all that money, hopefully, that we get. I haven't looked, I can't remember. How much money are we going to get? So, welcome to Watford. Philosophies? None. That's what I like to see. You can play however you like. What do they expect you to achieve in the league? I'm hoping it's just like avoid relegation. That's what I'm hoping. Oh, mid-table. Okay. Tricky. FA Cup, 5th round. League Cup, 4th round. That's not too bad. Okay. I'm going to need some money, please, board. I would like some more money, please, board. £8 million to spend and 100 grand on wages. Interesting. This could be quite a tricky task, and we'll have a look at the team shortly. So next time we're going to look at the team report. I won't go through it, but if you want to pause it and check it out now, do so. Then onto the staff. Not too bad, pretty average for the league. We've got all staff members. You can pretty much leave that for one season until the coaches start running out contracts, and then maybe improve next season. The scouting team does need quite a large improvement. The medical team's pretty good as well, so that's actually not too bad. Most teams are pretty crap with their staff and need quite a big rebuild, so it's nice because nobody likes hiring staff, do they? It's not a fun job. Right, on to the under-18s. I'm not even going to look. We haven't got very many good players. Okay, moving on. Under the under-23s. So, we have a few talents here. We'll look through a couple of the top ones. We've got Haviv Ohanyan from Maccabi Tel Aviv on loan. Where do we see if... Okay, optional future fee. This is what I wanted to see. 2.15 million. Okay, is this kid worth 2.15 million? I'm starting to think, if you've got the money left over, I probably would. He's a very good young goalkeeper. 6'5". He's a big fecker. One-on-ones needs a little bit of work. There's some 17 years old though. I'm getting him. I'm definitely getting him. Unless I just have to use that 2 million somewhere else. 20 determination is really good because determination helps them improve in training. They'll get better faster as with work rate as well. So if you've got the 2 million, I'd probably pick him up. You can always do it nearer the end of the season. Maybe in the January transfer window if you picked up some money. Next up, we've got Adalberto Pereira. Venezuelan international. I've murdered that name. 19 years old. Looks a really decent striker prospect, actually. Could probably be in the first team, to be fair, as the sort of backup. On loan at Udinese for the season. Obviously, because they're weird link-up they've got, isn't it, with the owner. And then we've got Denon Lewis, 19-year-old English winger. It says 4.5-star potential. I don't think he's that good. Right, moving on to the squad. So we're going to go through each of the positions just quickly, just to see if we've got good enough in that role in that position, and then talk about transfers and tactics and stuff. So first up, we've got Elio Gomez, 35 years old now, so 2 years left on his deal, but still a very, very good goalkeeper. And then Pantilimon as your backup. I think that's great. I think the goalkeepers are sorted, I think, for at least a season. Okay, on this right-hand side of defence, we've got the newly signed Daryl Janmaat, who they picked up from Newcastle for 7.5 million, and just a solid all-round wing-back, or full-back. So, not too bad. And then we've got Bryce Jadej. Well, that's a murder in that. He starts the season out for 3 months. 25-year-old Ivorian. He looks half decent. I quite like his physicals. Some of his technicals are lacking a little bit. And then we've got Camilo Zunga, who is a right-footed wing-back, can play all the way down both sides. He's not great, but he's on loan. he's a nice player to have on the bench because he can fill in so many roles. So not too bad, actually. I'm quite happy with our right-back options. Obviously, Daryl Yamat's probably first choice. As for the lefties, we've got Jose Holebas. I apologise, Watford fans, that I murder names. It's just kind of a thing I do. 32 years old now, so getting on a bit, but he's still got very good physicals for a 32-year-old. And actually, I really like him. I think he's a decent player. And that seems to be my only option left-back. So Camilo Zunga is our main backup left-back. So maybe that's somewhere we can strengthen. Just want to check out where this guy plays. Okay. Yeah, Aaron Batt plays up there. Okay. So, on to centre-backs. So, first off, we've got Yunus Kabul. Been around the league for ages. He was with Tottenham for a good few years. Didn't he go with Sunderland, I think, for a couple of years? Yeah. Yeah, so he's been around the league. Bags of experience. And is he any good, though? I forgot to actually look if he's any good. Decent technical. He's just a solid centre-back. He's never going to be a sort of ball-playing defender. I think he just gets stuck in, does his job. 13 pace, 14 acceleration, which is okay for a centre-back. He's going to be decent for a season or two. Then we've got Brodel. Yeah. He looks... it's a lovely tash and goatee combo there. But 29 years old, another solid centre-back. Marking and tackling aren't the best, but in the air, he's absolutely dominant. So if you're going up against teams that are using a big target man, then he's the guy to go with, because he's going to win those battles. Then we've got Christian Cabaselli. I don't know all the Watford players. It feels like they have a different team every season. 25-year-old Belgium. It's always a Belgian. He can play up front, midfield, wing, anywhere you like. In goal. He makes a mean burger and a cup of tea if you need him in the burger van. Anything you need, he'll do it for you. And he's a solid player without being spectacular. Tackling at 9 at centre-back is an issue, quite a big issue. Then we've got Craig Cathcart, Northern Irish international, and a really good solid player, just like him. Does the job. He'll be good for a number of seasons. Then we've got Miguel Britos, 30-year-old. He's got a few oldies in this team. Just a solid all-round centre-back. At least we've got some nice options. And then we've got Etienne Capoue, the goal-scoring machine that is Etienne Capoue. You can play at centre-back, apparently, but centre-back as a centre-back option, tackling 15, marking's only 11, which is a slight issue. Jumping reach is only 13. Much better as a sort of defensive midfield, deep-line playmaker. I'd probably retrain him so he becomes either like a ball-winning midfielder, I think, would be a good place for him. Forget real life. I know he scores goals in real life. But so overall, our centre-backs, we've got quite a nice bit of depth to the team. So defensive-wise, I think we don't have to do too much. Maybe some left-back support, but I think we're all right. I think we need to concentrate further up the field. So, on to our central midfielder options. So we've got Adelen Guidora. This is the worst video. I'm murdering the names. Central midfielder. He plays best as a box-to-box midfielder, which is one of my favourite roles this season in FM. And but can play pretty much any of the roles. And he's a pretty good all-round central midfielder. Again, another 30-year-old. Jesus, it's like a retirement home, this team. Then we've got another 30-year-old, Ben Watson. Been around the leagues for ages. Just a really sort of solid playmaker option. Decent player. Then we've got Valon Brahmi, 31. They just get older. Essentially, he's best as a ball-winning midfielder, and as you can see, tackling 18, aggression 19, which is a little bit on the high side, but he doesn't dive into tackles, which is good. So he's going to be an absolute solid defensive midfielder. And then we've got Abdoulaye Dakor, yeah. Another box-to-box midfielder with a load of stamina, 23 years old, so actually a young player, which is nice for this team, and can still improve quite a way, and he's an okay player. Then we've got Roberto Pereira, who is a central midfielder or can play behind the striker, and actually he looks pretty decent. Wow, I'm quite sorry. 10 cats for Argentina. Yeah, I like him. He's pretty versatile as well, because you could play him as an attacking midfielder, advanced playmaker. You can play him as a shadow striker. He's got a 13 finishing, composure 12, first touch 15. He's not bad at all. You could put him on the left as an inside forward. You could even play him as a winger because he's got good crossing as well. So very versatile player. That's a great player to have in the team. And then onto the more winger options, we've got Amrabat, that one. A right-footed left winger because reasons. But dribbling 16, his crossing isn't the best. He's got a few holes in his mental and technical stats. But I think he's a decent player. At 29 years old, he's an alright squad player. Then we've got Isaac Success, who starts the game 2 months out. Young striker option, can play on the left as an inside forward or up top. For me, he's probably more of a striker, but I can see, and it's the inside forward as well. £12 million, quite an expensive deal, but let's hope he can be a success. Then we've got Kennedy, for all you WWE fans there. Just an all-round good left-footed inside forward or left winger, without being spectacular, but only 20 years old, so on loan from Chelsea, he can do a job. Then we've got, up top, we've got some really good options here, so we'll go from shit to good. Stephano Kaka is a 26-year-old Italian, and he's alright. Actually, pretty good physicals. Mentals are lacking him down a bit, and technicals aren't great. Decent backup striker, not going to be first choice. And then we've got Igalo, who is a really good player, 27 years old now, so just reaching his peak. Really good finisher, composure's good, first touch. They're the three main stats you look on a striker. Any striker, finishing, first touch and composure. And they're all very good. Decent amount of pace as well. He's going to score you goals. And then we've got the handsome devil that is Troy Deeney, 28 years old now, 4-star current ability. Plays best as a defensive forward or a target man. Target man, 15 heading but only 13 jumping reach, which is not great for a target man. I'd probably play him as either a defensive forward or pretty much any other role. He's like, even if you played him as an advanced forward, he's got all the attributes for him. So pick the role that suits your formation, because I think he'll fit it. Don't just go, oh, he's a target man, so I have to use a target man. Okay, so how much money did we have? It wasn't a great deal, was it? £8 million to spend. But overall, we've got a pretty decent squad. I think in maybe 1-2 years, it's going to need a complete rebuild because of all these sort of 30-plus-year-olds we've got in the team. As for tactics, I might go old school. That's not what I'm doing. Not at all. I might go old school with this team. What am I doing? Set formation. This, worked before. It can work again. I want to. If you look at your best players, which is Troy Deeney and Igalo, and then Pereira. Troy Deeney and Igalo up front together. I want to make use of them. Pereira, I'd probably train him to. We could play him central midfielders and like a really attacking advanced playmaker or something like that, or as a right winger. I think he's got all the attributes of a really good right winger as well. So I probably would play him as a right winger. If you're going to play one up top, then I'd obviously play him in behind. Where would I spend all that cash? Well, let's assume that we bought that goalkeeper for £2 million. Because he's going to be the future first choice for us. So we've bought that. So we've got £6 million left. And what I'd look to do is maybe bring in a couple more loan signings. There's nothing that drastically needs fixing. Obviously, if they're, go and look on the transfer list and there might be a couple of gems for you. But get one or two more loan signings in, I think would be really good. And then sort of see where you are in January. Because there's no outstandingly bad weak links in this team. You could upgrade all of the positions in reality. So I think maybe we hold out. Don't go mad in the summer, or, just piss it all away on somebody that's transfer listed. That's what I go with. There you go. That's really helpful. There you go, guys. Hope you enjoyed my little mini guide to the mighty Watford. Mid-table is the target, so it's going to be a bit tricky. But with those strikers, they should get you goals. If you did enjoy the video, please hit that my icon logo thing if you want to subscribe, hit the like button. I'm messing. This is going horribly wrong. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and go and check out all my other videos. Thank you very much for joining me, guys. I love you all. Bye-bye.